for the bell now as Laurent Sway goes through on the front. 1 lap to go here in Benidorm, the penultimate round of the UCI Cyclocross World Cup. And it is the man in the leader's jersey, Laurent Sway, who leads through. He's got Wout van Aert and Mathieu van der Poel for company, with Eli Iserbyt just trying to find his way back up to the front. That was a 6:40 lap on that occasion, led by Laurent Sway. Eli Iserbyt is almost back on here as well, Jeremy. But Wout van Aert comes through. Woohoo! There's it going shoulder to shoulder, side by side. 2 abreast into that section for Wout van Aert and Mathieu van der Poel.
Like I said, Marty, there's going to be a lot of racing that happens on this last lap, and it's going to be who gets to that section first. Van Aert knows that Van der Poel's better in that sand. Van der Poel's pissed about this. He's going to go all in right now, just getting on the side. You can see that the pace is going up. Van Aert's going to have to drive this from the front. He's going to want to try to just keep him at tame, right? Keep him behind him as much as he can. If he can just keep him behind, then he's going to have a better chance at coming into these technical sections. The question is, where can Van der Poel come around Wout van Aert now?
Robin's racing, as they say. Wout van Aert gets through to the front. He will want to dominate. You've got to try and dominate now into the steps. You'd want to be in this position, Jeremy, so that if you make any mistake, especially through the sand, that it's not going to be watching Mathieu van der Poel ride away.
The race is to the sand right now for both these guys. Where can Van der Poel make a difference? Is it going to be here in these one turns? He's right onto his wheel. This is going to be interesting if he comes through. There's not a lot of space left to get in front of Wout van Aert before the sand.
There's not. Can Van der Poel, he's going to try. Will he try and go up? He is. Whoa. Tries to get the inside, gets that inside line. He gets the front.
In a last lap duel, he takes the inside, pushes Van Aert to the outside. Now he hits the sand. Can he ace it? That's the question.
Mathieu van der Poel dive bombing Wout van Aert, and Van Aert's still there. He's still on the bike. Van der Poel gets the front, but Van Aert is still there and he's still in contention. Takes the opportunity to look back over the shoulder, look to where Wout van Aert is. Swake is also still there. Iserbyt tries to get back into the mix here. It's going to come down to a sprint between these 3, potentially these 4. Swake is a fast finisher as well, though, Jeremy.
Watch this section. This is going to be it. You're going to need to capitalize on this. This is where all the butterflies are in the stomach for all these riders. With the fans as loud as they are, they're going to hit the road section, and there's going to be fireworks. There has to be. If you want to make a difference on this section, this is where you have to do it.
Swake goes, Iserbyt tries to go as well. Swake's got the front. You've got to think, shift through the gears. Get down onto the drops. Iserbyt, if he's there, he will want to try and lead to try and win this on his own. Onto the road. Wout van Aert ups the pressure on the front. Van der Poel is still there. Swake is there. So is Iserbyt. Look at them, 4 on 4 up through here as Wout van Aert has got the front. Mathieu van der Poel is on the wheel. You would say Wout van Aert, the fastest finisher out of these 4 riders, potentially.
Yeah, but everybody right now knows that there's an opportunity here. You want to lead into this sprint. You don't want to try to do anything. You have to do it on the dirt before they get to the road. The barricades, potentially the last place. We've seen Van Aert have a little bit of trouble. We've seen Swek have to get off his bike. That could mean that Van der Poel might have an opportunity later, but where you make the pass, that's the question. Is there enough ground left to make a pass for Van der Poel over the top of Wout van Aert?
Look at the speed that they are carrying. Swake is gapped. Iserbyt is trying to get back in. It's the final lap here in Benidorm, the penultimate round of the UCI Cyclocross World Cup. What a day we have had. A capacity crowd here in Spain that has welcomed the UCI Cyclocross World Cup and roared everyone through this, and they have been treated to some just top draw racing from the best in the world. The last time this winter that we will see Mathieu van der Poel, Wout van Aert and Tom Pidcock in action together. Iserbyt and Swake, the pure cross riders. Swake is sewing up the World Cup here, but Van der Poel finds a way through. You can see both riders just locking the bike up.
Yeah, he comes up on the inside. Second time that Vanderpool's really dominating and taking this from an alpha standpoint. He wants the front of this race. He knows that the sprint's going to come quick, and he wants to be on the front to have any chance against Wout van Aert in that sprint. This is what he has to do, and he's done it.
It has Mathieu van der Poel. He's just trying to force those errors now to Van Aert. Up the pace now for Mathieu van der Poel. Little gap to Isabit. Can he get back in? Look at the dust being thrown up. You can see just how much pace and speed they're having to scrub off through some of these corners, and they're just punching it out of the turns. Van der Poel and Van Aert, though, it looks like it is going to come down to the battle between these two.
Watch the focus that's on right now in the front of Van der Poel's face. Watch the focus of Wout van Aert. They're on each other like two, just absolutely clobbering each other right now. Van der Poel, a little slide out there. Van Aert able to correct from that. Van der Poel gets out of the saddle. He's absolutely punching up to speed. Van Aert can't come around him, Marty.
He's trying to find a way through. You can see constantly Wout van Aert just trying to exert his authority into the planks for the last time. Both riders cleanly over there. Van der Poel perhaps just a fraction quicker. This is the move now for Van der Poel. He's got the gap. Can Van Aert find his way back through? It's going to come down here to the sprint as they just hop up onto the grass here. There's just a meter or so. Can Van Aert get himself back in here?
Right now, Van der Poel's got to come through this turn, and he's got to get into the drops. Van Aert's made it there, but as soon as they hit the road section, this is where the difference is. You can see the look on Van der Poel's face. Look at the grit and the grimace from both of these guys.
And now they line up. Van der Poel's got the front. Wout van Aert on the wheel. Who's got the biggest kick towards the line out of that corner? Van der Poel carries the speed. Ooh, Wout van Aert rides the barriers, but Mathieu van der Poel takes it over Wout van Aert with Elie Isabit in third spot. What a day. He rode those rails like Tony Hawk there, didn't he, on the barriers. Florent Swaik comes home in fourth spot. He secures the World Cup overall.
Gosh sakes, look at the effort. This is, if Van der Poel could sprawl out, he would in classic fashion. Pidcock happy for his last race in the World Champs jersey, and he's done the jersey very, very proud.
Whoa. What a day. What a race. And this is when you know how, you know, we've seen this so many times. I remember when he won his stage in the Tour of Britain.
Wasn't enough space and enough time to do it. It was all about being in there in the beginning and coming to that section first. Van der Poel realized that, and man, he did a good job at executing today.
Watch this. Wout van Aert. Oof. Sketchy moment for Wout van Aert through the Jumbo-Visma rider. Watch this. In and out of the barriers. Lightning quick reactions there as he rides the barriers.